Welcome to the channel. Channel is Mr. Biscuit Speaks. Thank you for being here. Kick your shoes off, enjoy, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you already have, then you are one of the reasons that we have recently surpassed 15,000 subscribers on this channel. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for that. We're about to get into an artist that I just have to show you because of, look, guys, the more, and tell me if you agree, in the comments, the more rappers become white, the more country music becomes black. It's just, it's one of the way it is. You guys are, white people are kind of taking over hip hop. Black people are taking over country music. We got Darius Rucker, one of my favorites. Shabuzi is like kind of on top right now. Who else? I would call Anthony Hamilton country. Don't at me for that. I mean, I know he does. He's blues, R&B, all that stuff. He was on the Josh Turner album. I consider him country. And guys, look, I saw this clip on Instagram. This guy named Pynk Beard. And I knew that this was going to be something special. I wanted you to watch my first full watch with Pynk Beard. Let me know what you think on this one. With no further ado, let's get into it.
I'm just a country boy at heart, no frills, no bravado. I'm from Birmingham, goddamn, don't ask me shit about avocados. Look a man in his eyes when you shake his hand, that's all that I know. I'm irreverent, and my daddy's still a reverend on the Bible every day, boy.
Yo, I'm telling you, if you don't like country, I don't know what's wrong with you, to be honest with you. I've loved him, and the thing is, listen, I've loved it since I was a kid. One of the GOATs as far as lyricism in country is a guy named Brad Paisley. If you just listen to the way that he writes, because I'm letting you know right now, black people have it in their blood, the art of the punchline, the art of the double entendre. When it comes to lyricism, country music is about to get a lot more lyrical. With people like Shabuzi who do country and rap. I know Nelly's been on a lot of country, country songs, country albums. Listen, he said, I'm irreverent and my daddy's still a reverend on the Bible. Guys, that line was super clean. Did you catch that? Listen to this. I'm going to go back just a little bit.
And my man in his eyes when you shake his hand, that's all that I know. I'm irreverent and my daddy's still a reverend on the Bible every day.
Guys, that line is clean. He says, my daddy's still a reverend on the Bible. If your daddy's a reverend, you're not supposed to swear on the Bible. But he said, I'm irreverent, right? That was a very clean, and like within 4 bars, he's told us completely who he is because he packed so much symbols and punchlines and meaning in those 4 lines. Guy, he gets busy.
I'm irreverent and my daddy's still a reverend on the Bible.
Talk about
every day above ground's brand new. My grandma said it's better being seen than viewed.
Guys, listen. I'm going to ask you something right now, and I want you to put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Would you be okay? Which one are you willing to excuse more? A bad lyricist or a bad singer? And this guy is neither. That's the reason I want to ask you, because me and my wife are different. For instance, if someone is a bad lyricist and like the lyrics are not all there, but they are really, really know how to sing, I'm willing to forgive a little bit of a lack of wisdom. Like, okay, I get the message, right? But if someone has a great message, but they can't perform as an artist, like they're not a good singer, I'm like, I'm going to skip on that. Like my wife is the opposite way. But guys, the voice is there. The lyrics are there too.
That's all that I know. I'm irreverent and my daddy's still a reverend on the Bible every day above ground's brand new. My grandma said it's better being seen than viewed.
Guys, he said every day above ground's brand new. Which means he flies by the seat of his pants, probably, right? He wakes up and does what he wants to do with no consideration of tradition. He said he's irreverent. He doesn't, he's not tyrannized by his cultural self, let's say. He doesn't do what he's told to do. And that's what it means by every day above ground is brand new. That's one of the perks of kind of flying by the seat of your pants, jumping out the window every day. You're like, yo, I'm going to get up. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do something new, do something fresh. And test the boundaries. He says, my grandma said it's better to be seen than viewed. Have you guys ever gone to a viewing? That's dark, right? That's going to see a dead body. His grandma saying, look, it's better to be out there. It's better to be noticed than to be dead and to, and at least that's my shallow take, my first take, interpretation of what that chorus means. I like it.
My grandma said it's better being seen than viewed. So I won't say what I lost, I'll say what I did. Never say what it ain't, cause I know what it is. When they bury my bones in the grave they dig, they will remember I died, they'll remember I lived, cause I sure as hell did take a couple trips around the sun. And after all is said and done, no one remembers the tears, but they'll remember I lived. I come from the edge of town, that's Dolomite, right off of 10 mil. I ain't got a rep, no set, I'm from a city where it's been real. Uncle told me, when it's trouble, never run, learn to stand still. That's what men do, and that's what I'm gonna continue. I'm a man still.
Guys, he says, my uncle told me, when it's trouble, never run, learn to stand still. And he said, and that's how it will continue, right? That's what men do. What is he talking about? When there's trouble, learn to stand still. Recently, I published a video about lying. If you didn't see it, check it out. And a lot of people, their character changes when there's trouble because they're so used to comfort. They're so attached to being comfortable that they will lie to get out of something. They'll do anything to get out of the trouble they're in. They don't stand on it. They don't accept the consequences of their true identity. Does that make sense? Jordan Peterson said something like, faith is the willingness to accept whatever comes as a consequence of your truth, right? Faith is a willingness to accept whatever comes your way as a consequence of your truth. Like, don't start lying just because you're now in trouble for what you believe. Stand on it, right? That's a powerful message.
Learn to stand still, that's what men do, and that's what I'm gonna continue.
Right.
I'm a man still every
Right.
day above ground's brand new. And my grandma said it's better being seen than viewed. So I won't say what I lost, I'll say what I did. Never say what it ain't when I know what it is. When they bury my bones in the grave they dig, they won't remember I died, they'll remember I lived, cause I sure as hell did take a couple trips around the sun. And after all is said and done, no one remembers the tears, but they'll remember I lived.
Guys, why is no one gonna remember the tears? He says, no one remembers the tears, but they'll remember I lived, right? I think that the life that he's living, right, it comes with a lot of tears. If he says, his daddy's a reverend and he's irreverent on the Bible, right, standing on it, look, he realizes that there's going to be a loss of some friendships. There's going to be people that don't like his attitude, his spontaneous way of being, right? So, no one's going to remember the tears, which probably will have been many, but they'll remember that he lived his life authentically, right? What do you guys think about that? Do you think that it's worth sacrificing that much of what you might think of as your cultural responsibility, right? He's being himself at the end of the day.
But they'll remember I lived.
This is a powerful image. Look, who is that? You should be able to tell by the beard who that is. That is the artist himself. What is he saying in this message? What is he saying in this image? Is he saying that as a result of who I am, I might die young? I mean, this is not his older self. This is him, right? Like, what is he saying? He's saying that, look, I mean, even if the way that I live, even if the way that I am ends in an early grave, it will have been my life that ended early and not some life that I made up for the sake of impressing anybody or being what you think I need to be. Guys, that was cold.